Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please remain standing while I invite Maggie Wang to sing our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. We're just going to wait for a minute or two until everybody is seated, and we're going to start. Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 110th Convocation ceremony of the University of Waterloo. Our young university is celebrating its 110th Convocation today. The Chancellor of the University, Mr. Tom Jenkins, is the titular head of our university, and he presides over our Convocation ceremonies. Unfortunately, due to an unforeseen scheduling conflict, he is not able to be with us today, but he sends his sincere congratulations and best wishes to our graduating class. As President and Vice Chancellor of the university, I will fulfill the Chancellor's responsibilities and duties today, in addition to my own. Here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievements of our graduates. And today, we celebrate with those graduates in the Faculty of Science. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, let me express our congratulations and best wishes to all who will graduate this afternoon. Please savor every moment of today's ceremony and the celebrations to follow with your families and friends. I offer a special welcome to those family members and guests who are with us today. Your presence is a sure sign of your devotion to these graduates. We will begin with the conferring of an honorary degree and titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your places until convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. As we begin, I offer my own congratulations to the faculty of Science graduating class of the University of Waterloo's 110th Convocation, and your families and friends. We've been waiting for you, graduates. And now I invite Dr. David Rose, Chair of the Department of Biology, to the podium. Dr. Rose.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present Nels Bowles. During his 35 years of exceptional service at Waterloo, Professor Nels Bowles' contributions have been exemplary. His outstanding research generally focuses on fish health, though it covers a broad range of approaches to understanding environmental stressors, such as infections and toxins on fish physiology and immunology. While he has conducted whole animal and field work, he is probably best known for his remarkable generation and maintenance of cell lines for detailed experimental work. This unique capability has made him a valued and popular collaborator both within the university and around the world. His peer-reviewed publications number into the 200s with an H-index of 30, and his many awards and recognitions include the Society for In Vitro Biology Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012. Among his many service contributions, he served as chair of the Animal Care Committee, where he was instrumental in the design and implementation of the new Central Animal Facility. He continues an active funded research program into his retirement, working with his own trainees and collaborators. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding accomplishments in research, teaching, and service, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Nels Bowles.
Professor Bowles, I'm honored to confer upon you the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present William Taylor. Over his 35 years as a faculty member at Waterloo, Professor Bill Taylor's publication record features an impressive H-index of over 28. From his greater than 100 journal papers, there are at least 4 with over 100 citations, and averaging 28 citations per article, he has long displayed a consistent level of very high quality productivity through the years. He is an international authority in eutrophication, the pollution of surface water, particularly as a result of human activity, and he has particular interest in the phosphorus cycle and its effects on bacteria and pathogens. His main geographic areas of study have been the Laurentian Great Lakes, the Canadian Shield, and the Grand River System, and he has been a leader in studies in East Africa, particularly in Ethiopia. Suffices to say that the importance of this work to issues of human health and the economy is profound. He held a Canada Research Chair from 2003 to 2010. He is on several international journal editorial boards and has been a peer reviewer for many journals and granting councils. In addition to his scholarly publications, Professor Taylor has provided important reports and valuable advice to various government agencies. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding achievements throughout his career, I request that you bestow the title Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon William Taylor.
Professor Taylor, I'm honored to confer upon you the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I now invite Bernard Glick, Professor, Department of Biology, to the podium.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present Anne Glover. Professor Anne Glover obtained her BSc in biochemistry from University of Edinburgh and her PhD in molecular microbiology from Cambridge University, before assuming the position of lecturer in molecular and cell biology at University of Aberdeen, becoming a professor in 2001. In addition to her outstanding career as both a researcher and a committed and inspiring teacher, she served as Chief Scientific Advisor for Scotland from 2006 through 2011. And in January 2012, she joined the European Commission as the first Chief Scientific Advisor to the President. In 2013, she was appointed chair of the new Science and Technology Advisory Council to the President of the European Commission. Her many duties in these latter roles included providing technical advice, analyses, and opinions on issues related to science, technology, and innovation, as requested by the President. In doing so, she has built relationships between scientific agencies, governments, and the private sector, and served as a source of information and as an advocate for science and technology with the general public and beyond. She excelled in her role to promote excellence in science, engineering, and technology for the European Commission and its member state. And she brought dynamic leadership, a keen intellect, and boundless energy to these institutions. A strong believer that scientific excellence is grounded in both a solid and ongoing research base, as well as a commitment to innovative and high-quality teaching, she has fundamental respect for scholarship and learning, and for the ability of higher education to better the lives of ordinary people. Through her tireless efforts, Professor Anne Glover has become a spokesperson and catalyst for effective and meaningful change in a time when science has become increasingly politicized and where it is not an easy task to be an open and honest and strong advocate for science. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of her outstanding record, I request that you bestow the title Doctor of Science, honoris causa, upon Anne Glover.
Professor Glover, I'm honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations.
I now invite Dr. Glover to address Convocation.
President and Vice-Chancellor, distinguished faculty, honorary guests, ladies and gentlemen, and in particular, fellow graduates, because it's your day. It's a great pleasure for me to be here to receive this honorary doctorate today. And it's a particular pleasure because I'm sharing the day with you, actually you who've done all the hard work. I feel a little bit of a fraud standing up here today. But it is a very special day for you because you're graduating from one of Canada's premier research universities, and that will help you for the rest of your life. So it is your day, and you've heard a little bit about me, so I'm not going to tell you any more about what I've done. But I am going to indulge myself a little bit and offer you 3 pieces of advice for you as you think about your time ahead. First thing is that you never achieve anything in life on your own. You require support, friendship, and input from large numbers of people, whatever you do. And you've benefited from this already. So you've benefited from the amazing support of your university, the University of Waterloo, and the faculty of that university, who are partly responsible for you being here today. So that's one thing. There are your friends, because again, you're sitting here as graduates, and your friends have helped you and been important for you, got you through some challenging times, I'm sure. And I hope that that friendship endures and that you can keep in touch, especially now with all the social media. There's no excuse that these won't be friends for the rest of your life. And of course, the last thing would be your parents, your partners, your brothers and sisters, all of your family. Because actually, if I think about myself, the best thing I ever did in life, and it was a bit inspired when I think back, was to make a really good choice when it came to picking my partner. So there's the challenge for you. And I'm also delighted to have my partner, who I met actually exactly at the same time of life as you're all sitting there, so when I graduated from my degree. And my partner is now my husband, Ian, and he's sitting here today. And I'm really pleased that he's here. And what I'd like to do, because I quite like doing things differently, there'll be a lot of clapping today. And I guess you'll all be clapping for the precious person over there who is your relative. But can I ask if all of you might want to just now clap the people who supported you? Okay, number 2. Second thing is, and this is a really good thing, you have a wonderful life to look forward to because you've got a degree in science, and that really matters. So science is an international language, so it's your passport to the world. You can do anything you want with that degree in science because it doesn't stop you doing anything. It allows amazing opportunities to come your way. You can have friends all over the world, and that's another reason I'm particularly pleased, both Ian and I, to be here today, is to reunite ourselves with 2 good friends, Bernie Glick and Marcia Glick, who are here at Waterloo. So it's wonderful to have friends all over the world. And with your degree in science, you can actually change things. Now, you really can, and that's pretty powerful. So you can make a big difference. And it's a great thing in life that you can make a difference. It's what all of us strive to do. And it's kind of easy to do it with your background in science. Some of you will follow career in science, and that will be a very exciting life. Others of you will use your degree in science, and you will embark on another career. But that science degree will bring authority and rigor to whatever you do and will allow you to be successful. The thing to remember, though, is never wait for things to happen. If you want something to happen, you should make it happen. And you now have a very powerful voice, so please use that voice. Third thing. Now, the last piece of advice, and I apologize beforehand to all the parents in the audience, because you're going to be a bit nervous when I offer this piece of advice to your precious offspring. I'll start by saying, and this doesn't sound too controversial, that science is the most creative thing you could do with your life. So fight against it when people tell you that culture, that creativity is to do with music or the arts or poetry or literature. They're all wonderful. But science is truly the most creative thing you can do with your life. So please remember that. And to get the best out of it and really make a difference, which is what I said before, you need to use that science. And we have very big challenges ahead in our world. So we have the issue of global climate change. It is real and it is happening. And we desperately need to act as soon as possible. Please make your voice heard on that, because yours is a rational voice. We have water security, food security, feeding 9 billion people. All of these things can be described by science, and they can be addressed by science. Please pay attention to that. But now comes for the bit that the parents should be a little bit nervous. What I'm going to challenge you is, in your life, take risk. Okay? Take risk. Now, normally the parents are getting nervous, but let me tell you about taking risk. I'll tell you about my approach. My approach in life is you're faced with something new, something different, maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone. So what do? Well, it's a risk, isn't it? But I say to myself, what is the worst thing that could happen? So this is a good technique. What's the worst thing that could happen if I took that risk? Now, if the worst thing that could happen is that I could die, okay, that's not a risk I'm going to take. But almost everything else is not a problem. And if you don't take any risks, there aren't going to be any rewards for you. So you must take risk. You must take measured risk. So think about it before you do it. But if you are a risk taker, if you are someone who's open to opportunity, those opportunities will deliver for you a very exciting life and will allow you to do really innovative things. So I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. It is a very special day, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it, as I will, with your family and with your friends. And one of the things Bernie didn't mention is that, apart from science, I'm a keen sailor. And when I look at you, and you'll forgive me for the analogy, I sort of think of a lot of ships sitting there in the audience. Now, ships are very safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are meant to do. So, I wish you fair winds, much excitement, and all the best of luck to make great things of your life. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Dr. Glover, for those valuable and fine words. Congratulations, and welcome to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Will the graduating class please rise as you are able? Vice-Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
I would now like to invite Rishi Sharma to come forward and deliver the valedictory address. You can, of course, sit down. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly today, my fellow science graduates. I'm humbled and honored to stand before you today. We finally did it. We can proudly say that we've mastered the art of procrastination, surviving off free food at Sizelock events, losing the ability to sleep, accurately bubbling in Scantron cards, and most importantly, accumulating loads of debt. Humor aside, we may have been able to master all these skills, but we also deserve a round of applause for accomplishing our true goal of graduating with a prestigious degree from the University of Waterloo. We have dedicated ourselves to success, and the moment has come for us to celebrate our achievements. This journey has been remarkable for each of us, filled with many memorable experiences, whether it be shamelessly dancing the secret science dance on campus, pretending our organic chemistry labs were the set of a Breaking Bad episode, coloring our lab coats with a multitude of stains in microbiology lab, or frantically thinking of any possible physics equation that came to mind when all else failed on a final exam. However, this journey has not been easy, as there have been many bumps along the way. But we're here today, and we've managed to overcome all these roadblocks and achieve our end goal. Although we were able to persevere amidst adversity, it would not have been possible without the support around us. So I would like for us to take a moment to thank those individuals that contributed to our success. To our families that supported us from the very beginning and encouraged us to follow our hearts. To our professors, TAs, science faculty and staff that took the time to help us in our understanding of the numerous difficult concepts throughout our education. And lastly, to our friends who stood by our side every step of the way, even cramming with us the night before a final exam. We started off this journey not knowing where it would lead us, and to some extent that still may be true today, as some of us are unsure of our next steps. But there is one thing we can all agree we are walking out of these doors with, and that is our experiences here and the way they have shaped who we have become. Each and every one of us has grown tremendously over the years, and we have discovered our true selves. We have strengthened our passion for science and have come to understand that it is a never-ending process, a field that continually motivates us to stretch its boundaries and break new ground. The fact of the matter is that at the end of this ceremony, we will all receive a degree that will hang on our living room wall so elegantly, but the stories behind it will be unique to each of us. We have each molded our paths to reflect who we are. For some of us, that may have included getting involved on a campus club. For others, it may be working or volunteering on campus. And for some, it may even be playing for a varsity sports team. The University of Waterloo has taught us to embrace the concept of being a holistic student, to work hard and play hard, to be someone that not only concerns themselves with academics, but finds a good balance between academic, social, and career-oriented activities. It is due to this that we will all be leaving as well-rounded individuals today, prepared for the adventures ahead of us. Whether that includes continuing our education, joining the workforce, or practicing the skills we have developed from a professional pharmacy or optometry degree, the future definitely awaits us. The meaning behind a valedictory address stems from the Latin words valedicere, which translates as to say farewell. But I believe that we will never truly say farewell. The memories we have made here in our time at the University of Waterloo will remain with us for our entire lives, and the skills and abilities we have developed while being students will be carried forward as we traverse onto future paths. Our hearts will never stop bleeding the science blue. So, I would like to leave you with a quote by J.K. Rowling that strongly resonated with me about my next steps, and she once said, "We do not need magic to help us change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. So now, it's our chance to harness that power within us and go out into the world to make change. Although we may be dressed today like wizards in these long robes, we do not need magic to help us achieve our goals. We each have our own unique potential within us to make change." So, I'm fortunate to be surrounded by many talented individuals today, and I wish you all prosperous futures, and thank you for being a part of an incredible, a truly great graduating class. Congratulations, science class of 2015.
Well, thank you, Rishi, for those passionate and inspiring words. President, honored guests and participants, Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and privileges and stirs us with the promise of new beginnings. On behalf of our University of Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduates, especially those of you who've traveled from afar, thank you. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today, but we feel their presence. Dr. Glover said we would be clapping a lot today. Let me add a slight variation in that and allow some people to stretch their legs. In this case, graduates, please remain seated. Could I ask parents, family, friends, event coordinators, and the band to rise as you are able? Graduates, please look around, find your families and friends, wave to them. You'll be surprised they all wave back. And now let's give them a good hand and thanks. Please be seated. As we prepare to confer degrees, I have a few notes. If you would like to take photos, you may do so in the area to your left of the platform. Please enter this area by going to the left side of the gym and down the outer hallway. If you approach this area just before your special graduate is about to proceed across the stage, you can take pictures. Once you have taken your photos, please return to your seats to allow others to take photos of their special graduates. Please remember that some students' names begin with an A, and others with an S, like Rishi Sharma, or indeed a Z, like Dana Zulak. It's really not their fault. Please show respect to all your fellow classmates by returning to your seat after being hooded so that we can all share in this celebration together. Now for the good stuff. We will now proceed to the conferring of the degrees. I invite Terry McMahon, Dean, and Marley Spafford, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Studies, to read the names of the graduates for the Faculty of Science.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honors Biology. Shifa Zera Abbas, Kurash Adeli, Aruf Advani. Eza Arfin, David Ayamaru, Giovanna Babek. Dana Backer, Amanda Nicole Balzer, Christina Carey Barr, Yul Gavil Espasa, Ramon Anthony Bura Singh, Jonathan Bolet, Marie Hui Yan Chan, Samantha Renee Chan, Saswan Shan, Sean Michael Chung, James Roger Kober, Taylor Ann Couteau, Harmeen Kaur Diol, Yu Julie Du, Alexandra Dawn Forrest, Alexander Friedman, Alexandra Eleanor Garcia, Yaramar Stefania Sofia Gonzalez Kutzenthal, Aksha Gurdita, Jama Ahmed Hagi Yusuf, Amran Masood Hamid, Naya Aftikyar, Rashana Kasim, Jennifer Roseanne Kennedy, Alexandra Rose Kirstens, Mackenzie Kinney, Sarah Legamate, Xinqian Li, Mackenzie Elizabeth Lougheed, Lauren McEachern, Michael James Mansfield, Lawrence Allen Marshall, Niraj Anthony Malkin, Carly Ann McCready, Jesse Medeiros, Kaylee Victoria McNull, Terry Jean Middleton, Kalpna Mistry, Brittany Jane Morgan. Stephanie Patricia Mullen, Sabashini Amanda Nalan, Tam Hyung Nguyen. Melissa Grace Pujanan, Niraj Patel, Victor Kwok Viet Pham. Rajika Premkumar, Lisa Marie Proctor, Jessie Manver Randwa. Abalasha Rayo, Ashley Ann Ross, Joseph Salerno. Amila Samarakun, Zishan Sheikh, Vidharasi Shyam. Lakshya Sribaskaran, Benjamin Edward Stauffer, Anissa Taylor. Yelena Tarek, Priyanka Tolani, Nino Topolchevich. Christiana Bengalova, Sidoni Swain Ward, Lisa Wong. Stephanie A-Mei Wu, Nancy Zhao, Christopher Zeely. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Biomedical Sciences. Danya Mohammed Abu Lail, Adil Ahmed, Rehana Christi Kavita Ali. Tracy Apia Kubi, Anjali Arya, Priyanka Batumale. Stuart Wesley Bennett, Gagandeep Singh Bamra, Nicole Angela Biro. Sabrina Tani Blazik, Megan Ann Brock, Shirley Chan. Zi Ching Chang, Gerald Choi, Alexandria Rachel Chow. Zahin Hussein Chowdhury, Brandon Anthony Costa, Jessica Devlin. Alexander Diamandas, Hans Ludwig Dietrich, Auntie Dodig. Nawaz Fatima, Jessica Leanne Federo, Nicholas Ferguson. Tess Jana Fleming, Grace Gibson, Rebecca Christine Gibat. Abarami Giritharan, Boris Alexander Godoy Galvez, Annette Joy Gower. Sumit Singh Grazi, Jessica Ashley Harutunian, Farin Hassan. Caitlin Marissa Hayes, Eric Daniel Joseph Henderson, George Siu Ting Ho. Lucy Hu, Eric William John Butler, Asma Imtiaz. Ashkan Jahangir Nia, Jacob Stefan Jawian, Doris Jin. Emma Sarah Juraktik, Samer Anthony Karadshah, Samira Kari. Mansi Katkar, Dana Elizabeth Kennedy, Ajhani Kasavan. Su Young Keom, Un Young Esther Ko, Janice Lee. Philbert Aaron Lee, Eric Michael Lindsay, Brandon Lum. Mimi Ma, Vivian Mack, Katrina Madden. Shalini Malena Mahendran, Sumaira Malik, Emily Brooke Mardian. Laura Bethany Martin, Cameron Larry Arthur McKnight, Janelle Audrey Motts. Kara Cherise Nadeau, Marianne Nawaz, Terry Ng. David Wingan, Carmen Jiawen Wu, Karan Singh Panasar. Nisha Patel, Nadia Gavina Persod, Jason Poon. Patrick Gilles Pupitas, Emma Catherine Rufflaub, Brian Rashidi. Melanie Leanne Rose, Dipti Sabharwal, Fatima Sheikh. Sasha Arash Shams, Rishi Sharma, Alexandra Ann Silberberg. Kate Marie Sinclair, Brianna Kathleen Smith, Joseph Alexander Spohn. Cynthia Sritharan, Boris Stipik, Edward Su. Maria Nicole Tax, Liam Teeple, Leah Alexandra Teves. Nikki Eliza Tran, Amanda May Turner, Kruti Vora. Katarina Vukovic, Sarah Danielle Waldy, Komal Walia. Claudia Watorowski, Mike Witowska, Douglas Ho Tak Wong. Stanley Wong, Linda Bahan Yan, Linda Yang. Samantha Yang, Bushra Yusuf. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, may I present to you one additional candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Biology. Andrea Letitia Neumann. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science, Honours Psychology. Nasim Amandpour, Aisha Basharat, Kaylin Laura Louise Carruthers. Jacqueline Carr Q. Chung, Shannon Amelia Compton, Rainier Evangelista. Patrick Julian Laflamme, Timothy Kionwoo Lee, Shruti Minesh Shah. James Alexander Small, Aya Taji, Joshua Kawai To. Jenny Wan, Martin Yeong. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidate for the degree Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, Honours. Mustafa Kurdi. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Optometry. Brandon Robert Baker, Catherine Baldry, Lisa Grace Berthin. Natasha Bhatia, Tyler Kennedy Brown, Vincent Budak. Anne Bui, Michael Burns, Jasmine Chow. Well done. Jessie Chu, Erin Louise Condren, Matthew Loughlin Craig. Tanya De Cruz, Talisa Ann Dennis, Coover Devan. Sarah Farag, David Featherstone, Ravneet Gruo. Carla Adele Grin, Sarah Jane Hagdorn, Zain Hassan. Sandra Ho, Erin Juvenars, Jada Hong. Lauren Shaw, Dion Jones, Erin Kelcher. Andrea Koo, Abhinaya Krishnamurthy, Nima Lachini. Patricia Lambros, Anita Lau, Diana Lee. DM Lee, Stephanie Lombardo-Neves, Shi-Chun Liu. Michelle Noctrin Lai, Brenna Lyle, Kathleen Margaret MacDonald. Helen Mack, Alison Karen Ma, Ashala Ma. Bryant Jenway Ma, Kristen Lynn Mancy, Vitali Mareni. Good. Alexander Martars, Moira Ann McAvoy, Leslie Suzanne McNeil. Rajan Mistry, Shaylin Morrison, France Gabrielle Muiz. Megan Noseworthy, Natalie Angela Oreskovich, Kei Pang. Raj Kamal Phul, Christopher Poe, Stephanie Powell. Nicole Prieur, Deepa Rana, Sean Reimer. Emma Jane Reichert, Sean Rideout, Daniel Rubin. Joel Saad, Sunit Sandhu, Ryan Schmidt. Thiruchelvi Shathasavam, Kelsey Snow, Nicole Catherine Stout. Jyoti Sundar, Sarah Sung, Michelle Tai. Anita Tiu, Diana Triu, Mona Ubi. Faron Fave, Mark Adam van der Meulen, Stephanie Vasilev. Pasquale Vecchio, Gillian Nicole Wishart, Irene Wong. Gillian Ashley Wong, Kaylee Wood, Heidi Suzanne Wolfe. Erin Nicole Zorn.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Science. Robert Cross, Muhammad Shadul Islam, Minnie Kim. Vivek Labishetty, also the recipient of the Dean of Science Award for recognition of creative research as presented in a student's Masters of Science thesis. Mark J. McDougall, Karan Naresh Tekwani, Gary Kwok Chung Tin, Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Andrea Kate Bartram. Bradley Jordan Hall. Farian Tayari. Damba Thapa. Tam Tran. Nguyen Tran Khoi Vo, also the recipient of the W.B. Pearson Medal for recognition of creative research as presented in a student's doctoral thesis. Fanxing Zheng. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer these degrees in absentia.
I now invite Feridun Hamdulapur, President and Vice-Chancellor, to the podium.
Finally, we are here. What a great moment. Graduates, your friends, families, as you embark upon your future plans, know that the degree you receive today is a symbol not only for your investment of efforts and resources in this institution, but of our investment and belief in you. You and your fellow alumni from the Faculty of Science have more than earned this trust and the honor of these high expectations. I had the pleasure of talking to so many of you this afternoon, and I asked many of you what you'll be doing after graduation. I got some fantastic answers, and these are the kind of answers that every day when we wake up, and the first thing that comes to our mind, how can we make a difference in our students' life today? And your answers make it all worth our efforts. It's fantastic to hear that you will be going to some top graduate schools, you will be working for some wonderful corporations. Some of you have the courage and determination of starting your own business. Dr. Glover mentioned that you should take risks. I was so happy to hear her advice, but I also remind our guests that this is the first thing that our students start with at the University of Waterloo. They understand, they love to take risks because they know they have what it takes to take risks. They are not afraid of failure. They have the kind of education they expect to receive here, and they know that there's always a big reward behind these decisions. So the risk taken doesn't scare us. It motivates us further. As a result, I don't know how many of you told me that you started your own business, you'll be working for other startups, and you turned down offers from other big companies just to work for small startups. That's fantastic. There's so much to celebrate about this graduating class from the Faculty of Science and about your faculty as a whole. I think we need to give our guests just a few examples of the incredible work you and your fellow students, alumni, and researchers are doing. I know they'll be just as inspired as I am today. Many of you know your fellow science student, Harry Gandhi. This month, it was announced that Harry is one of the 20 young entrepreneurs from around the world to be awarded a Thiel Fellowship. As you know, the Thiel Fellowship brings together some of the world's most creative and motivated young people and helps them to bring their most ambitious projects to life through major grants. You could say Harry's startup is ambitious. Modella Health is developing smart contact lenses to monitor blood glucose levels, a less invasive, more comfortable, more immediate, and more effective way to monitor and track health information. The information is synced with the user's smartphones, enabling a whole new level of personal health management. Pretty incredible. What's also incredible is that your friend Harry then went on to help found Velocity Science, a crucial new element of the University of Waterloo innovation ecosystem. As Harry puts it, Waterloo's entrepreneurial ecosystem is the best in Canada. That's because of students and alumni like Harry and like all of you. I should also remind you that while we are very proud of his accomplishment and your accomplishments, these accomplishments do not happen on their own, and they do not happen overnight. There are a lot of people behind these. And most importantly, your faculty, your professors who are behind me, they help you. They helped you, they motivated you, they encouraged you to think differently, to be encouraged, and to think outside of the box. Don't follow others' leads. You can always be a leader of your own. So that's the difference you and students like Harry are making. Going forward, we are doubling down on Waterloo science innovation and entrepreneurship. The emerging science complex that many of you probably have seen coming here, one of our brand new buildings, will create lecture halls and research labs for 2,000 more undergraduate students, significantly expanding the capacity of life science and physical science programs. What's more, your expanded entrepreneurship space in the science complex will provide wet labs, high-tech equipment, collaborative spaces, and mentoring for student-led science startups. Your faculty, graduates, is on the rise. Leveraging your connection to this place and the success of your faculty as you continue to build your lifelong relationship with the University of Waterloo. And Faculty of Science alumni, it's not just student, it's not just alumni, it's also the incredible work of your entire community, very much including your faculty members. Your faculty is the most research-intensive faculty of this university, and it's one of the most research-intensive faculties of science in Canada. give you an example of Professor Linda Nazar's work on lithium-sulfur battery. The University of Waterloo Faculty of Science Innovation is making us pretty unpopular with the lithium-ion crowd. Linda's breakthrough research on lithium-sulfur batteries shows that this technology may prove to be globally disruptive. Based on Linda's research, we know that this new battery design can last 3 times longer than lithium-ion batteries. Or put it this way, this lithium-sulfur battery can theoretically power an electric car 3 times longer than the status quo battery can. That's your Faculty of Science changing the world. Science alumni, you represent the boundless potential of yourselves and this institution, and your degree represents our faith that you will strive to realize both. As alumni, you're joining your peers who have gone before you, and today you touch your torch on their light. I look at this graduating class and I see a cumulative hundreds of years of professional and academic experience. I see Waterloo warriors with all the knowledge, experience, skill, and entrepreneurial spirit you need to do the great things and good things that benefit local communities and the planet we call home. One of the ways your university is committed to building a better world is through the United Nations He for She campaign. I know many of you already supporting this campaign on Twitter. This is a global effort to enlist boys and men in the effort to end gender discrimination. As you may know, the University of Waterloo has been selected as the only university in Canada to take leadership position in He for She. It is an important responsibility. We need to make sure women are fully represented and fully participating in our labs, lecture halls, and in our community. And we need to help make sure this becomes the reality right across Canada and around the world. Let your participation in He for She be a part of your mission as University of Waterloo alumni, ready to make a difference in a world that so desperately needs you. Graduates of the spring class of 2015, you are ready for whatever challenges and opportunities life throws at you. You are ready. Your degree says so. I say so. Your professors say so. Your parents and friends say so. Especially your parents say so. Those of you who have to pay your tuition, you're ready. On behalf of the entire University of Waterloo family, which spans the globe and in so many ways leads the world, congratulations to the spring class of 2015. That was something else. Before I bring this convocation ceremony to a close, I would like to invite our provost, Professor Ian Orchard, to come to the podium and perform one final duty for this afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is slightly off script, but I'm pleased everyone stretched their legs again. We clearly nearly started a wave then. I would be remiss if there was not one more person on stage who we acknowledge. This is Terry McMahon's last convocation as Dean of the Faculty of Science. For many, many years, Terry has led the faculty with great distinction, pioneering innovative programming and research, entrepreneurship, velocity science, growth in the student population with increasing quality, and phase 1 of a state-of-the-art science complex about which you just heard from the President. Phase 2 is well into development, and we will end up building both phase 1 and 2 with the leadership of Terry. We're grateful for his leadership within the faculty and also across the university as a whole. Please join me in thanking and congratulating Terry on his vast achievements as Dean of Science.
Graduates, you make our University of Waterloo family stronger, bigger, and richer. Thank you very much for many years that you spent here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings our convocation to a closure. The convocation is adjourned. Thank you.